Hey, thanks for watching the video. Before you do, I'm going to give you a gift because you watched the video. It's Mother's Day, and you want to give somebody a good gift. You want to give something from the bottom of your heart that's different, unique. Songfinch. I found Songfinch, and it is a game changer. It's thoughtful, it's unique, and they are going to feel super special. Songfinch lets you create an original radio quality song inspired by your own life and the people you love. It's completely unique, it's personal, and it lasts forever. So it doesn't matter. You can use it for Mother's Day, but if not, you can use it for graduation, you could do wedding, you could do anniversary, or even just a gift to show your loved one how much you care. Start your song now to lock in one of Songfinch's top artists. So I did it. I started. I'm going to give you a little bit. I'm going to give you a little bit of the song. I had it for my wife. It's for Mother's Day. Take a listen.
A comedian from New York met an artist from LA, and it seems as though we're opposites, but we're meant to be.
So that was a bit. You just get a tease. You can stream it. You can do all this stuff. For a limited time, Songfinch is letting our listeners upload their song to Spotify for free. So you and the lucky person you gift it to can listen to it anywhere, anytime. Go to songfinch.com/Harloff and start your song. After you purchase, you'll be prompted to add Spotify streaming for your original song for free, and it's a $50 value. Again, you got to use that URL, songfinch.com/Harloff. Don't forget to share your song with us too, though. We want to hear it. Songfinch.com/Harloff. It was a unique gift. I'm always thinking of something special to get my wife that is different from what everybody else did, and I did Songfinch. She loved it. She listened to it. The kids were singing along to it. So enjoy it. Links in the description. How's it going, everybody? Welcome. It's Thursday. And yes, you got me, you got Brett, you got Roxy. We're all together this whole week. It's been the whole regular crew. So we are going to do a summer movie preview season. With the Fall Guys starting the season, it's time that we cover it. We did one of these on Patreon with myself and Scott Mance, but it was to a limited audience with just me and the Mance Man. So we're going to do one with myself, Roxy, and Brett. Brett will be learning about all of these movies for the first time. It's a great noise. Great noise. Perfect. You guys been doing the show for years. Knows not to laugh or make noises into the camera. And
I don't know anything.
No, SH. So we're going to be talking about that. We'll be going over the movies that we think. And in each month, we'll probably talk about the movie that we think is going to take the month, and then we'll talk about the one that's going to take the entire summer, and if it could potentially take the entire year. So if you're new to the show, make sure you hit that button. Subscribe to the channel. We are approaching 145,000. I think we can get there. We're trying to hit the 150 by the end of the month. That'd be wonderful if we can do that. So happy May. Good start to it. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere podcasts are found. If you want to join Patreon, please do so. Help us out over there. Join us over there. Be part of it. Get the exclusives. And that's it. Let's get to it. It's myself, it's Roxy, it's Brett. Here we go. What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Thanks for joining us. It's me. It's Roxy. It's Brett T. It is the crew. It's good to have everybody. Nice back screen with the big logo in the back there.
Oh, look at that.
I like that. Do you know why that keeps happening? So every time I take the little TV and I put it in my daughter's bedroom, she has the remote. So I'm not going back in there to get that remote right now.
This TV and that TV share a remote?
Yeah, they share a remote. Yeah. There's another one somewhere, but there's another remote.
I was just going to say, they each came with the remote.
They each came with a remote, but they both work, so who knows what happened to it. But as this, you'll start to see, no longer the bookshelves.
Looks so much better like this. It's insane.
Oh, okay. Well, there's no more bookshelves.
Just so clean. And
it is. Yeah, Roxy.
The new space will be classier. It will be more clean and less, we don't
cluttered.
Cluttered.
Yeah. But Kristian's going to be in it.
That's true.
So,
it'll still be cluttered. No.
Oh, I mean, like,
how's it going to be classier?
They don't see this part.
No, well, this part of it, so that's the thing is that we started a little late today. It doesn't matter to you guys because you'll get this on Thursday. So a little peek behind the curtain is that we started a little later today. We're packing up the studio and just kind of getting ready because we're going to set up the studio in New York to try to get it to around 60%. Is that what we're looking for, Brett?
Yeah.
close to it. So, and by the way, we put that Amazon wish list up and put it up there like we always said. If people get something, great. If not, awesome. You guys have helped us out with all this stuff in here. Someone got us all the lenses.
Great.
They got the mic stands. There's a bunch of different things. Somebody wrote me yesterday and was like, "Hey, that Amazon link, it wasn't working." I was like, "Oh, you don't have to." He's like, "Let me send it to me." So I sent it to him, and he got one of those things. So it's like you guys have been so supportive. I cannot thank you enough for that. The wish list was something that was suggested by you guys. I never thought it was even when we started this. I didn't even thought it was a thing that people did. And they're like, no, we want to support. So thank you for that.
Less stuff that I have to pack.
I know it goes directly there. It goes directly there. So thank you. When you are getting something from the New York wish list, it goes directly to New York. So thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. All the things that we're finding as we're packing things up and stuff too, like things of memories past.
What'd you find? What does that sound?
What are you
I
listening
don't know.
to?
That's one of you.
Oh, a fan?
No, when you're doing something.
What do you hear?
That.
What is that? That's you.
No, it's not me. It's
Oh, yeah. There's something in
That
the head.
literally was
Wait, have you seen those videos where they cut open the
No,
Funkos?
don't brush past that. That was literally. I've never. That's something that someone who's lost their marbles
I
does.
tell you, I have not slept in a week. Oh my god!
I'm not letting you get away with that.
That was crazy.
Wait,
That
hold up.
was-
What's this? Who's making
Who's doing that? Who farted? Come on. Who's doing that?
Thank you.
So you're telling you making?
That was fucking insane.
Are you making bad
That was-
choices right now?
Oh my god, the worst. The worst.
Oh, you making bad choices?
Oh.
You making bad choices, Roxy?
That was wild.
Oh, yeah.
Did they see me doing that?
Oh, they saw you. I saw you. Everybody and their mama saw you.
Is there something in the head of
Yeah, there
that?
must be, because that's what's making that sound.
Because I've seen people cut them
I was
open,
like,
and
you
I
guys
thought they were
stop it.
fake. Like there's little brains and stuff and something, but I thought somebody faked that. I want to cut that head open right
That
now.
was one of my worst on-air moments
ever.
I mean, we've been doing this 10 years
Who's
together.
ever yeah.
Do you
I go,
care
"Stop
about
it."
that thing? Should we cut her open?
Which one? What are you talking about? That?
one-
You want to see what's in there?
Let's see
I
what's in there.
literally said,
Yeah, I think it's-
I was so ready to pin that on you guys. I'm sitting here doing this and saying, "Stop it, guys."
You want to
Stop
see
it."
what's in there? See what's in there. I don't care. It's a Jared Leto, right?
Yeah, okay.
What's in
Oh,
there?
I guess we. All right, this is fun. Oh, this is. We need like an overhead cam or something, but this is people do this all the time.
People are
Oh.
gonna get mad at you for just totally destroying.
If it's gonna
oh, too late now. Look at you. Brutal. Ooh,
oh man.
what is going on? It's great radio. I got to tell you.
Yeah, man. So I'm cutting open Jared
Yeah, go ahead.
Leto's
Do
head.
it.
If
Do
he
the
hurts
ASMR.
himself, I'm gonna be bummed. If he hurts me, I'm gonna be.
I thought my knife was sharper than this, guys. I need to sharpen my
Shaking
knife.
hands with a knife isn't really something I like.
The YouTube videos look so much better when they do this.
I have never seen anybody do this.
That finger's coming right off.
No,
Look
I
at
got
that.
it. I got
Do you have
9 more.
insurance? Because you're gonna need it.
For the new studio, I do.
I
Not
see.
for
I
this
have a
one.
better new knife. This one is.
If you're gonna cut yourself open, do it in New York.
yeah,
I know. Do it in New York. Don't do it here.
Oh my God, that's
We'll just- I won't.
If this is just like a little, why did I cut him that way? We could have salvaged his face.
You're
but-
getting obsessed.
I thought I had lost it. Who's lost it more now, me or him?
He's like Dexter on that thing. Look at him. Look at him.
He's
I brought my
red.
wrong knife. Oh, this is
What did
gonna
you
be
get? What's in
highly
there?
disappointing.
What is that?
Oh, it's just a piece of the plastic that.
So nothing was in there.
I want you guys
So-
to see.
So all those YouTube videos you watch where brains come out of things.
Why would brains
You
be
just-
in there? Brett,
You
what
just
YouTube
annihilated
video?
I see.
Jared Leto.
Yeah, I got them right down. I mean, it kind of makes them better, but this is kind of
But why
represent.
was this in there?
I think it's just left over from when they pressed the plastic.
Well, whatever it was, that whole moment was just a disaster.
Embarrassed.
Just remind me I
Travesty.
need to sharpen my knife. I've got several of them.
Yeah.
I kind of was enjoying doing my.
You know what I'm
little
going to do, though?
spinning
So right now, just to show people, here's a replay of that moment. Things of memories past.
thing. What'd you find? What does that sound?
What are you
I
listening
don't know.
to?
It's one of you.
Oh, a fan?
No, when you're doing something.
What do you hear?
That.
What is that? That's you.
No, it's not me. It's.
Oh, yeah. There's something
That
in the head.
literally was
Wait, have you
you.
seen-
You. I've never seen anything like that.
What the fuck? I mean, what?
Who's doing that? Who's tapping? Who's tapping on that? It's like something I do to like my daughter to fool her, and I go like, "Who's that?"
You need a blade sharpener
And the second
sponsor.
you said it was me, I'm thinking, what a moron. that he thinks
that I
it's
was
me.
me,
What
yeah.
a moron that he thinks I'm making the noise. That idiot.
That didn't work out
I don't
for
know
you.
what to say.
You
I don't know
just
what
got to
to say.
own that.
Yeah, no, that was
that's brutal.
That was incredible.
Yeah, maybe you should keep the blonde hair.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah.
Because if I was a brunette doing that, then it would be like, what's her excuse?
Issues.
Yeah.
This is the fruits of my labor, and I'm very disappointed.
Well, you went into that, and I think way more. Like I'm all right. So this. So I will tell you. Remember, I told you we found stuff.
Oh yeah.
So,
Okay, what is it?
but we found something, and I want you to read what we found. I want you to look around and see what we found.
Another man's wife. I noticed it the second I got it. I noticed the second I walked in. I was like, huh.
Do you know that movie film?
Is this a VHS porn?
I don't know where.
100%. The thing with VHS porn, I guarantee, I know the same thing with Kristian. You never purchased one, right?
No,
You
I don't know where that came
You
from.
acquire them from back in the day. From
College or whatever it was.
kids today don't understand
They
what
don't
we
understand.
went through. You had to rewind. You
Yeah.
had to, you find your favorite scenes.
Yeah.
and-
It was like so that was. I mean, that's
Or if
it's
you
a relic.
If you
Listen,
take
you
one of your
kept it,
buddies, you
though.
got to put it right back to the spot so they don't think
They
you
don't
were
know.
using
Yeah,
it.
it's a relic. It's a relic of memories past.
I
Yeah.
just feel like it seems so classy. We gotta watch it or something.
Yeah, it was more classy
Another
back
man's
then.
wife.
Yeah, I don't know if it's classy.
Very classy. It's VHS. It's gotta be classy. You know, like Casablanca is on a VHS.
That's
Yeah.
true. I don't know if that's in black and white. Anyway, summer movie
It's like
preview.
got the italicized.
Well, we didn't miss last week's episode, but we missed you.
Yeah.
Because last week's episode the week before was deleted from the archives.
The one you had the panic attack.
I was gonna try to. I'm gonna remind me. I'm gonna try to see if I
You
can
still
salvage.
think you can still salvage it?
I'll see. I've used that software before. But yeah, I had to deal with family stuff, and
Stuff, all right.
yeah, my daughter had
some things.
has a thing, and I had to get an
she's
X-ray.
okay.
She's good. She's got to get a little surgery. I thought she'd be more freaked out. She has to spend the night in the hospital.
She doesn't care.
For the surgery. She's like, yes, 2 days of school missed.
Yeah, that's how they do it.
I'm like, okay, good.
Good.
When you feel invincible at that age, it's almost better time to have those things.
Yeah, yeah.
Like at our age, well, I'm very young. You guys are old.
Oh.
But at any of our age, spending a night in the hospital is like, uh-oh. But for them, it's like, yeah, whatever. What's going to
As long as she knows she's gonna be okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and I never had my tonsils out or anything like that. I've never had to have any sort of surgery whatsoever.
You've never gone under?
No. Well, I went under for
colonoscopy.
my wisdom teeth. Still haven't done it. Should probably do
Yeah, you
it.
should probably do that.
Haven't done it still.
You want to know what my favorite thing about Brett is that I made myself look like such a jackass at the top of the show. And every time I've ever done that on any show with Brett, I'm not kidding, somebody can pull the receipt. He's been like, the only way to make her look less like a jackass is by making myself look like a jackass. So when people remember this episode, they're going to be like, oh, that's the episode that Brett pulled out a knife and cut into a Funko till his head was so fucking red that he couldn't breathe. Not the episode
And
that
then,
Roxy
and then
was making it
disappointed.
sound.
And then disappointed. Then no, you know what they're going to remember?
Piss clam.
No. Yeah. Piss clam. I guarantee you that out of the comments, and I'm going to bet on this, the most that is talked about in this particular moment is another man's
No,
wife.
for sure.
Another man's wife.
So I made an idiot of myself. Then Brett was like, let me one up that. And then Kristian was like, but what
No.
about this
There you go.
VHS porno? that I have?
Another man's wife. And to guarantee you that because this is what the audience does, they're going to look it up
Yeah.
to see who was in it. We're
Yeah.
going to find out the cast, and we're going to learn a lot about
Yeah.
another man's wife.
Was it black and white or not?
There's no way that would. No, I would
It was
remember that.
It's a joke.
No.
I make you all.
It could have been like a film noir piece.
That's true. They used to get a little classy
Little
back
class.
Why
They
don't-
used to shoot them on film. For
then. Yeah, they
Christ's
used to try to do real films. That's true. True.
No, I had a question, but it's not worth asking.
You might as well.
Okay. Why do you not do hard cuts? Why do you fade for your transitions?
I don't know.
Makes it so hard when I'm trying to edit social media
Oh.
and cut back and forth between us. So you know.
Well, and you know what, Kristian? That's something when I
forget
set
what
up
it was.
OBS at the other studio,
Yeah.
my friend goes, "Why are you doing fades?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's just
Bam.
It's
bam.
it's the default."
Bomb. Bomb. Boom. Bomb. Shloom,
Hey.
Flume. Boom.
5 years later, we got it, baby.
I mean, I knew how to do it. I always just kind of liked it.
Yeah.
You guys don't like it?
I don't.
It sucks for cuts, or like when you have to redo things. It's actually I'm glad you did that because when we're gonna be doing the style, I'm thinking of now it would be better to have them cuts.
Another man's wife.
Another man's wife.
Okay, that's fine. What do you like better, dissolves or the fades? Same thing.
No.
Cuts.
Cuts
Yeah.
or cuts or
Hard
fades.
cut.
You know how this.
Who's making that noise?
We have to explain how the VHS thing came about, though. Kristian has handed me a box that
yeah.
I can barely lift.
Yeah.
Of VHS tapes that a lot of them can't read, and he goes, "Just do me a favor. I'm gonna dub them for him, digitize them."
Yeah.
He's like, are you gonna watch them?" And I'm like, "Well, now I'm intrigued."
Yeah. So let's get into the summer movie preview because we have a lot to talk about, man. What we're going to do is we're going to go through May through August because that's when, well, that's not summer. It's the summer movie season. So now,
You don't think September at all is summer movie season
it doesn't officially count.
before Labor Day?
Doesn't count. It's not in the actual how it's always been. Remember when the EW used to do the things and the way that Hollywood looks at it, it's always been May 1st to August 30th. It's
Okay.
always been. September is like the beginning of kind of the fall season, and it's usually kind of a toilet bowl in the same way January is.
What happens August 31st?
Nobody puts a movie out.
School starts around then too.
Yeah. August 31st. I was thinking April.
I had to count it on my knuckles. You know that trick?
Nope.
This is a cool one you guys can teach your kids.
We'll get into the summer movie preview eventually.
So if you put
No
out your
way.
knuckles, so anything that's a knuckle is 31 days, and anything that isn't is not 31 days. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December.
Wow.
See, here's the thing. I'm going to watch that back later. For some reason, I tuned out. I'm just being honest.
I did say monotone.
It had nothing
You want to
to
know
do.
the thing about knuckle?
It had nothing to do. It had nothing to do with you being boring.
Oh.
It was just that I just tuned out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I
it's
was
good for
just
people.
thinking for the first part, I was like, is she just going to count her knuckles? Because they're all knuckles if you're counting knuckles. You count your knuckles,
No,
and
the-
but you're saying
You're talking
in
about this
between
new
the
Sonic
knuckle.
show.
Yeah.
January.
I hear it's not
I hear
great,
it's
but
the
I'm
farts.
going to watch
I heard
it.
it's the farts.
I'm going to watch the first episode because DJ wants me to talk about it, but I hear it's not good.
I heard it's the farts. But what's not the farts is Shogun. 2 episodes in. Dig it. Fallout. 4 episodes in.
Digging it more,
Not more.
but
Just
digging it also.
yeah. Digging
Okay.
it also. So
So you're going to watch them both simultaneously? You're not going to do one then the other?
no, because
Oh, yeah, 'cause one
one's
with your
the
wife, one-
well,
yep.
she's not into Fallout. So Fallout I watch when I have some time alone, and I say, all right, let's watch this.
Hey, I got a maybe from my son to watch that one, so we're doing pretty good.
When you get a maybe, when are you guys allowed to follow back up?
I don't know.
with the kid,
Yeah, with the kids.
I'll just ask him until he just tells me.
Says yes. Oh no.
Uh.
So here's the bet: if Roxy guesses how much money the top earner is, we're gonna get her for this whole summer.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get you whatever you want. If you lose,
Whatever I
you
want.
want. If you lose, you got to do a reaction to another man's wife. No,
A reaction video?
a
to that
reaction
would be
video.
Unbelievable.
Can you-
I would do it in a
a
heartbeat.
heartbeat. Can you imagine if you could actually? How come nobody does that? I know that you can't do it on YouTube, obviously, but how come nobody does reaction?
Like a
Could you do it on
Patreon.
Twitch?
How about nobody does reaction
Well,
movies?
Twitch is real.
Twitch, you wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah.
the video.
Really?
You can't even
But
show-
Twitch, I thought that was the one with the tubs.
But I'm talking about like the
But
actual.
they have to have a bikini. They can only be in a bikini if they're in a tub.
Yeah.
That's what
I
I,
don't
heard.
know,
when-
I don't
you
know.
can't show
but
male
how about
nipple.
those sites? You know, like they have those just the porn sites in general.
Yeah.
What about
OnlyFans.
yeah, that's what it's called.
Right.
Or-
Nobody
or
does
Brand Army or whatever.
reaction. I'm sure somebody does it. I
All
say
of
I
our
say this like
friends.
nobody does it. It's the internet. I'm sure
We should
somebody
pitch
does
this
it.
to our homies. We have all of our friends are on OnlyFans and Brand Army.
Yeah.
All of them.
And we could do it in a humorous way. I'm sure the other people are doing it in a creepy way.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and that's somewhere like you do it more in like cracking jokes,
Yeah.
of like and try to like actually talk about the plot.
Continuity issues.
Should
Yeah.
we start an OnlyFans for this?
Let's do it.
The three of us watch.
That would be
comment.
great. Hey, honey, I'm getting on a new show. I watch pornos with Roxy and Kristian, and then end of discussion.
It brings in the most money I've done on anything.
Yeah.
Okay, you can do it.
Yeah, that would be the
Again, that's the second most comment. Is the first one is Another Man's Wife. The second one is I would pay to watch that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, on Patreon.
Somebody
do
just
that.
bought the new cameras to watch.
Just if you, I'll buy you the cameras if you can guarantee you that you guys will do the watch alongs to Another Man's Wife.
Would you take that deal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would take that deal 100%. Would you take that deal?
Do I get the cameras or you're getting the
No,
cameras?
I get the cameras.
No.
Right. I'd have to figure out. I'd have to pay.
Well, you would
Then
get
I'm
the good
paying,
pay.
It's weird. I'm paying you to watch porn.
That is weird.
It's weird. It's weird.
How much?
Right.
That's the question.
Yeah. So no. See, this is what happens when you get
Okay, summer movies.
Phil,
I
thank
don't
you.
know what's coming out this summer, and I want to know. Here's what I do know: I wasn't invited to Fall Guy.
No, I took Ellis.
I know I was, but usually I can take myself. But I wasn't.
Oh, you were invited at all?
I was not invited, and I reached out, and they did not respond.
What's going on with
I don't know
that?
what's happening.
I don't know.
I think it's the influencer thing. Hopefully next time. But I was gonna ask
Do you want me to slice a little more so you can do it, or is that?
I really thought I'd be able to rip this, but I can't.
Let's not do that anymore. Let's
Can
talk
you
about this
try?
stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
No, don't slice
while
more.
these people do this, and before we even get into it, you know what? I do want to tell you, AG1. I absolutely love AG1. I've been using AG1 for a while. Have you? I know you use it. Lonnie loves it.
Oh yeah, every morning the ritual is I make her a cup of tea to go and an AG1 to go.
I absolutely love AG1. They've been with us for a while, and I'm so glad that they were and are. And I hope that you guys have been taking advantage of it, because what I do is I take a scoop of this every day. And this is the one that I've been using on my desk. I have one in my kitchen that I use. And just gives me that extra pep in my step. I have energy. It's a great start to the day. So get yourself. You can get the travel packs. You can get a really great deal if you go into use our code drinkag1.com/bigthing. Drinkag1.com/bigthing. It's a great way for you guys to, I don't know, really start the morning off wonderful. And you will. I got Riley on it. Riley loves it. So the other thing is Magic Spoon. So Magic Spoon for me, I've been telling you guys, and so many of you have already reached out that I've got 4, 5, 6 boxes of Magic Spoon, and it is a great, absolute, wonderful alternative. What's the word I'm looking for? Alternative to sugary cereal. It's not that. It is healthy. It's good. It is all protein, man. And it's my number one snack. You get peanut butter. You got the chocolate. I mix them together, and it's been great. So you can use our link there, and it is magicspoon.com/bigthing, and you can get yourself a discount. Go into the link in the description and get yourself some Magic Spoon, because man, I keep telling people though, Rox, it's like, this is, you know me since we've been doing Collider Live, and I've told you, remember the meetings we used to have. We will not get sponsors unless I think the audience will dig it.
Yeah, for sure.
And so everybody that I have is people ones that I want the audience to go, yes, I thank you. I love Magic Spoon. I love AG1.
You can give it to your kids; they won't know that it's healthy.
I put almond milk in it, by the way. I don't use regular milk.
Yeah, you can do, and it doesn't have that weird.
Yeah. So anyway, links in the description. Thank you to both AG1 and Magic Spoon. All right, let's move on. Let's get to the first month, and that's May. Let's do it. All right, we start with Fall Guy. It is the start of the summer movie season.
Was it great?
It's you will love it.
That's what I thought. All the press looks so great for this.
Did you see what they did?
Good chemistry.
Did you see what they did at the press
who they showed up as?
Yes. The premiere. They showed up as Beavis and Butthead, which is
so
hilarious,
great,
from Saturday Night Live. So they have a lot of chemistry. Emily Blunt and Ryan Gosling. I know that people always go, oh, there's that word again, but it is a fun movie. It's a fun action movie. It's a nice kind of throwback action movie. Ellis loved it. I liked it a lot.
Cool.
It has some really good moments. It's funny, right? And in a way that it's like it works. But there were times I was like, oh, I wish it was a little funnier there. I wish their jokes are working. And me, normally, I'm like, come on, cut back on the jokes in a moment like this. But I'm like, oh, those jokes, it was just punched up a little bit more. He's fantastic. She's fantastic. Winston Duke is fantastic. The cast is wonderful altogether. Who's the actress from, what's that show that you love, the soccer one? Ted Lasso. Who's the main?
Oh, Keely, Jones.
No,
The boss.
boss.
Waddington.
Yeah, I think
Hannah Waddington.
Yeah, I think she's the one. Maybe I'm
Yeah,
wrong.
no,
but
I saw a
she is.
preview. Yeah.
So that's what starts it off. It's the Fall Guy, and Roxy, you're excited about this one.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I can't wait to see this. It seems like it's right up my alley. If they don't get me as a fan, then they couldn't get anybody as a fan because this is so built for me.
This is built for you.
Yeah.
You will love this movie.
Great,
It's
can't wait.
right up your alley. Okay, and then so that
Real quick,
yes,
I
sir.
saw the poster and I for some reason it's one of those ones where they do side by sides of different movies. What was the movie that had Ryan Gosling and he's playing in a video game over and over again? It's like
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds, yes.
Fall Guy.
Fall Guy. That's called
Not Fall Guy. Shoot. What's it called? The Fall.
Legends
Oh my
of the
God.
Fall.
No, what's the one?
But I mean,
Fallout.
it's yellow font.
The bigger they are, the harder they
I thought
fall.
I thought this was a number
Free
2.
Guy. Free Guy.
Free Guy.
Free
yeah.
Guy, that's what
I
it's
saw
called.
it and I thought this was the second installment of that film.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
It wasn't.
Get a little bit more creative with your.
Normally, I'd give you the pass on that one, but you're a child of the 70s, 80s. You should
Yeah.
remember the Fall Guy. Lee
Oh,
Majors.
I do remember the Fall Guy, but I'm just off in the distance
no,
as I'm driving by.
I was about to sing the Dukes of Hazzard song. That's not it. It's just whatever.
So this is kind of the same scenario.
He's ish.
Lee
Ish.
Majors?
Yeah, it's loosely based. Loosely based. So and that comes out again. That's this weekend. So everybody is checking that one out. That is May 3rd. So then May 10th, I think, is going to be one of the biggest movies of the year.
I haven't seen or been invited to this either yet. Have you seen this?
Hold on. All right, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. This is the 4th movie of the newer franchise. And it takes place, I think, like 300 years later after the War of the Planet of the Apes. And so this movie is definitely on my most anticipated movies of the year. The answer is I am going to see it on Tuesday.
With me?
No. But I don't think that the invites have gone out for the press screening yet. So I'm going to a different screening. No, I mean, you're going to go to the press screening, I'm sure. So
Yeah, but I can go on Tuesday.
they're both on Tuesday.
Oh, you're in the premiere.
No, the screening I'm going to is also on Tuesday. It's but there is but from what I heard is that the press screening is also on Tuesday. Just invites haven't gone on it. From what I heard,
What's your screening, bro?
it doesn't matter, Lewis. Okay, so are you excited for these movies? Do you like these movies? The Apes?
I watched the first like 2 or 3 and liked them. I just never revisited them. I was in a very hilarious sketch where this guy was pitching these films, and he said the reason that these films are so popular is that "of the" was in the name twice, but they made one that didn't have "of the" twice, and he said that's why this one didn't do. It was very intelligent sketch that I was.
What is it? So it's the first one is Planet of the Apes. The next one is Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah,
And the
Dawn
third-
of the Planet.
And the third one is War of the Planet of the Apes. Isn't it War of the? It's the same
War
thing.
of the Planet of the.
Oh, is that what it is?
Of the.
Of the. Is that what happened?
It's all about the of the.
of the.
Here are my thoughts on this. I love the Planet of the Apes movies.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for
too.
this. It is weird that it's like I have Godzilla Kong in my head most recently. Like I feel like I just did a whole ape movie, and then this
Sure.
is coming, which is I'm happy for this to take the not as good taste out of my mouth. Maybe.
Well, yeah. Well, that movie was just pure mindless entertainment. Watching
For sure. Nothing, no hate. Just saying,
No.
like, this to me is going to just be, I'm guessing, really good ape.
They're going to
stuff.
give you some emotion tied to it. So
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. And I think this is the first one. I could be wrong. People can correct me in the comments on this. This is the first one, I think, in IMAX. And if not, it's the first one that I'm going to see in IMAX, in real IMAX.
Are you screening?
Yes.
Do you get a +1?
Yes.
And you're not going to ask?
Ellis asked first.
But Ellis went with you the last one.
Yeah, but Apes on Horses.
Okay.
Yeah. Apes on Horses. Okay, if Ellis wants to go, you know what I mean? I'm gonna see you more when I'm in New York than I'm going to see him.
What? He's there all the time.
He's not there all the time. He's there like 3 times a year.
Yeah.
I'm going to see you every week.
But not in person.
Doesn't matter. Still going to see you more than I see him.
So
Fly
lame.
in
That's
every
such a
week.
lame excuse. So f***ing lame. It's
Yeah.
so lame. I don't even like it as lame.
Okay. All right. Let's move on. So that movie. So far, Brett, out of those two, you'd probably take Fall Guy out of those two, right?
For more money, or which one he wants to see?
No, we'll get to the moneymaker.
Want to see? Yeah, definitely. It looked really fun. I saw him on SNL, and I think he's
fun.
I think he's delightful. I think Emily Blunt is delightful, and it looks like a delightful film.
I think delightful is the right word. And I will say that we've made this point many times over. There are certain movie stars that back in the day, movie stars didn't, would always sold movies. Like Tom Cruise, Will Smith. You go, what's the movie? It's a new Will Smith movie. All right, I'm going to go see it. New Tom Cruise movie. I'm going to see it. That has gone away over the last couple of years. Ryan Gosling is one of those people going, Ryan Gosling's in a new movie because of the heat on Barbie and everything too. It's like the Fall Guy has a name, but not enough to go, oh, they're doing a Fall Guy movie. It's because Emily Blunt and Gosling are.
I was gonna say, and I think that she really has become such a household name star too. But I think he's just everybody likes him because he's super endearing. Like you saw on the press tour, he was wearing a shirt that was the name of Eva Mendes's book that she had just written.
Cool.
Like he rides for her so heavy.
Are they dating? I'm just kidding. That one I knew.
And the same way that he rides for his co-stars, like remember when he was nominated for an Oscar and Margot wasn't, the way he came out and spoke about it. I think that his peers really like him, and then I think that reads to the audience where people just have decided he's a good guy.
And it doesn't come off as just like, him just saying it because he wants to look good in people's, eyes. It legit comes out genuine. And he does have that there's just something about him you like watching him on screen, and he does. Fall Guy is definitely one of those movies, and I dig it. So, but for me, if you only have a choice, even though I've seen Fall Guy, I'm going Apes.
I'm going Apes too.
I'm going Apes. Okay, so we're moving on, and the next movie that comes out the following week. This is the first one for the kids. Really? So you get
for everyone.
Yeah. But I mean, it is for everyone. But I mean, this is the first one that you can't take. You can take a 4.5 or 6.5-year-old to see Fall Guy or Apes, but you can take a 6.5-year-old to see If. This is going to be like this is aimed towards the kids, and it should be. This is Krasinski, Ryan Reynolds, many different voices. You get Krasinski and Steve Carell teaming up again.
Yeah, he's the purple guy, right?
Yeah. So, and speaking of which, I think Emily Blunt is a voice. There's tons of voices in this. This is one that I'm curious about. Yeah, Sorbo's he's in it.
Kevin Smith.
But we're gonna go give the whole list.
Keep going.
The whole list. Who else we got in there? Polanski.
Cosby does a few.
Yeah.
Polanski.
Yeah, that'll go well.
Ari Shaffir.
Ari Shaffir. What did Ari Shaffir do?
Oh, not him. What was the one? What comedian was sending?
Because he's on Sorry, but then he was vindicated.
Oh, he was vindicated. Never mind.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
About.
Now he's slanderous.
Now
That's
he's just
crazy.
slandering. Anyway.
Yeah.
So Krasinski.
Who got
Steve Carell? Cut it out. Steve Carell.
I have to tell you, I don't know that I care about this one. I feel bad about that. Yeah.
Because it's funny you said that, because when I talked to Mance about it, he felt kind of the same. I'm psyched about this movie.
Cool.
But do you know why?
Kids.
Because the 6.5-year-old is her most anticipated movie.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't know. But if you call me, if you go see it with your kids,
and say it's adorable,
and you say it's great, then I'll go see it.
Right.
But that's
it for you.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that Krasinski's directing it. So her first one, I think, since his Quiet Place Part 2.
Do they have kids?
Yeah. Him and
Emily?
Yeah.
So maybe that's why he.
Yeah, they said it's kind of like a live action Pixar movie. And it does seem like that's what they're gearing for.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious about it.
Cool.
I'm rooting for this movie, I should say. I'm rooting
for every movie ever.
Yeah.
I like the concept of it. I like the what if imaginary friends were real.
Yeah.
I thought it. I saw a preview for it. I thought it looks fun.
Yeah.
I avoid family film lately because it makes me sad that my children
are growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm bummed that you skipped Amy Winehouse movie.
Yeah, I'm going over the bigger ones.
I know, but
right
just
now.
to me, I'm so excited for that.
I heard it's a big pile of farts.
No.
Yeah, that's the problem.
They've
and I'm
sent
looking
out
forward
a
to
lot of screenings for it.
Did they?
Usually that means that something's not a pile of farts, or they don't think it's a pile of farts.
Yeah, well, I heard, you can say it, and Bibiani wrote, and I'm not usually on the same page with Bibiani.
Yeah, me
Bibiani
neither.
hated it.
Wow.
Hated it.
What did he say?
Just that it was
formulaic,
more or less, but just empty. And it was, I guess, more so of, I didn't see the movie, so I didn't read his whole entire article. I went to see a movie at Lionsgate. Oh, it was the Guy Ritchie movie that just came out. Oh, going off course for a second. Speaking of that movie, because Henry Cavill and Alan Ritchson are in that movie, right? So I'm on the phone the other day. I was talking to Josh Horowitz.
The one based on the book. What was it called?
The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare is the movie that I
Is it the one that I'm talking about with the
Guy
girl
Ritchie?
Bryce Dallas?
No, you're thinking that's Matthew Vaughn.
Oh yeah, thank
Argyle.
you.
That's Argyle.
Argyle. Thank you.
But yeah, this was the much better version of that, the Guy Ritchie one. But anyway, Alan Ritchson's in that. So I'm on the phone with Josh Horowitz, and we're just talking about a couple things and YouTube stuff and interviews and things. And I go, oh, let me do a reference of Claire Live, and I bring up Claire Live, and I look at the clip outs.
My Alan Richardson video
I had no idea
that it had so many millions of views.
that it was Alan Ritchson.
Oh,
I didn't even realize. I remember the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles guy. Completely didn't, way over my head. I'm like, wait a minute, because it was after I left.
Yeah.
And I'm like, when did that guy come in? He's about 400 pounds lighter. He is a twig in that, compared to what he is now. He's a monster now. Like
wow.
he's a monster.
Bulked up.
Oh my God! If you look at him in that clip when you're talking to him,
I loved interviewing him.
was he awesome?
I thought that he was really great. He was. I think it has so many views because he was livid in the interview.
He was livid. Plus the fact now we can tell the interview itself makes so much more sense now because he's very outspoken.
Yeah.
But another reason it blew up because it's got 3 or 4 million views. It's
Yeah.
like because of who he is now.
Yeah.
It went from being, oh, this guy's talking about
I
turtles.
was watching him. I wanted him on the show because I was watching him in a DC show
Okay.
called Titans.
Right, and that was before Reacher.
And I was excited because I wanted to talk to him.
Right.
And then he became like even bigger after that.
Right.
By far.
So funny that I had no clue that that's who that was until I saw
funny.
that clip yesterday. It's hilarious. So anyway, I don't know how we got there, but let's.
You were like, oh, that's Roxy. It was so nice of her to bring her ex-boyfriend on the show.
Oh, did you guys date? Did you guys date?
No, no,
Oh,
no. I
what?
did the interview. I brought Ben on to interview him with me.
Was Ben on there too?
I think so.
That's
think about
hilarious. I think I've seen the clip. I don't know if he's in that clip.
That would have been hysterical if that was the way I dropped the Albert.
I'm like, wait, yeah. I'm like, what in the world?
The whole time you guys were talking, all I could think about was me and Roxy doing a shot of that rum out of the head of.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Yeah, should. All right, let's get to
that.
let's
Who's
see.
making that noise?
We haven't even finished May. This is a big one here, and I think this is going to be a topic, a big argument maybe of what's going to be the number one movie of May. All right, Furiosa, Mad Max Saga. This is
Numero uno para me.
all right, take it easy. Chris Hemsworth, Anya Taylor-Joy, and of course directed by George Miller. The return of Furiosa, the character. Charlize Theron not back in this one, but this is the younger version. The trailers have dropped. It caused a big round of applause in the CinemaCon room when they showed this. I'm very excited for this one. I think this is going to be a really good movie. I think that George Miller knows this world inside and out. Pumped about it. Roxy, it is your number one?
Of May.
Of May.
Yeah, I think that this.
Over Apes.
Yeah. Yeah. I love her. I love the character. I love the team behind this. I love the trailers. This is like, I'm stoked. I'm so worried with how stoked I am because to me, the number one actress alive is Charlize.
Yeah.
So it's like the pressure's on.
Okay.
The pressure's on.
Do you care about these movies?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I love Mad Max. I just want to see Happy Max someday, but
He's not even in this one.
no,
Yeah.
no. I really look forward to this. I love Anya Taylor-Joy. I love Queen's Gambit, and yeah, I think I think I'll pop this one into the old
Whenever it comes out.
VHS whenever I watch Another Man's Wife.
Perfect. God, now I'm like, please don't buy those cameras. So when it comes to this movie, I'm pumped for it. I think this is an experience you have to see in the theaters. You joke about watching it on VHS, but you should actually watch this in the theater. So
You're going to pick Apes over this, though?
yeah, I am.
I think I saw this one with my wife in
Did you?
the first one in the theater.
The Fury Road.
Yeah.
Or did you see it with another man?
With Another Man's Wife.
So this movie is going to crush. It's going to do really, really well. So this will start the debate now because that ends the month. the following week, there's a smaller movie called Ezra and Haiku. But for the most part, those are the big ones. You got Furiosa, Mad Max, If, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and Fall Guy. Start with you, Roxy. What's the number one movie of May?
I think Furiosa.
Okay. Brett.
Fall Guy.
Apes. I think Apes is number one.
I almost went Apes.
Definitely not Fall Guy.
It's definitely not Fall Guy.
I'm
Yeah.
looking up what Ezra is because I thought
Ezra is a movie with
I'm sorry.
Bobby.
No, I'm going with the Wish one.
Oh, If? You think if can do it?
Yeah, because I'm
it
stupid.
has a definite shot. No, I think that if you get the kids and you hit it in the
If it's a
quadrants,
phenomenal movie and the family start taking it out, you can never
count out the kids.
count out
movies.
a kids movie.
I agree.
But I just think that.
But I think it's Furiosa. I think that has the most buzz going into it, and I think that's the most co-ed.
Well, Mance took the same. He chose the same, and I took Apes. And I just think that Apes, because of his point was.
No, because people like apes more than women. Is that what you're saying?
What he said that I think was well taken. So what Mance had said was Rise of the Planet of the Apes does well. The second one, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, does really, really well. I think something like 600 or 700 million. And then the last one, even though the second one did so well critically and everything too, the last one did about 150, $200 million less. So, and it's a good movie. So the question is, were people tired of it? Do people not care anymore? And like Roxy said, people did get really hyped off that last Mad Max movie, and people are hyped off this one. So I wouldn't be surprised if it wins.
If it's Apes, I wouldn't be like, there was no way.
Right.
I just think that it's going to be Furiosa.
It's a good bet. It's a good bet out there, and it's not one that I would like go to like a steak dinner bet on.
Yeah.
Like that one, because that's no way. So that's a question to the audience. Who wins May? Is it Furiosa? Is it Dawn? What say you? Okay, real quick before we move on, tell you both about Mack Weldon and, of course, our friends over at PXG. Let me tell you about Mack Weldon. Okay, so Mack Weldon, in general, it is a really, really wonderful company. Because a lot of times you want something both ways, right? Me, you know that I lost weight, but I can't lose weight and keep firing down pizza. Can't do it, because we always think that looking sharp means that you got to have the starchy, the Oxfords and the stiff chinos rather than the effortless comfort. It is possible to have it both ways. They have light as air underwear to innovative anti-odor tees and versatile yet comfortable pants. It is so great what Mack Weldon is doing. They have a full range of clothes, and I'm telling you, browse this site. You're going to lose your minds. It's the best. I got. I'm always looking for the essentials in just like socks and underwear, and man, I got it. But then they sent me these pants. I have like the t-shirts are so smooth. I wear them. I'm just comfortably around the house, but I can also, if I'm going, I put on like a suit jacket the other day and I put it on with it, and then the pants they fit perfectly. And I had some really comfortable sweatpants. Oh, really great. Okay, now peacocking. You guys are peacocking? That's for the birds. Now, some guys, you just want to go out there, you want to look good without calling attention to yourselves. Well, Mack Weldon Apparel gives you understated good looks for understated confidence. It's not flashy, just classic, always in style, and made from the world's most comfortable performance materials. What that means usually, the performance fabric, usually means that clothes that look or feel techy or shiny, well, these are designed to fit your style and demands of modern life. So I just, I can't even tell you, like this underwear is really comfortable. The sweatpants for me, I was wearing them the other day, and it just I like ones that just feel like I could go out, whether I'm just walking the dog, but I don't feel like, oh my God, people are looking at me. What am I wearing right now? We're just walking around the house in this, but it's stylish, man. I love it. Get timeless looks with modern comfort from Mack Weldon, but you got to go to MackWeldon.com. You can get 20% off, which is pretty great, off your first order, but you got to use that code Big Thing. So head on over to MackWeldon.com and use that code Big Thing. Golfers, you know that PXG is on a mission to create the most high-quality, high-performance golf clubs in the game. Well, they're bringing the same passion for excellence to their new line of apparel, and I gotta say, they nailed it. I told Riley about this. Riley lost his mind. Riley was in the depths of having a new baby, but he was able to get some golfing in. I don't know how he did it, but he did it. And he loved it. He told me all about it. It was made with premium materials and technology designed for peak performance. These confidence-inspiring looks invite all-day play, taking you seamlessly from the course to the office to a night in the town. From golf trips to romantic getaways, these dynamic pieces add versatility and standout style to every event. PXG Apparel has something for everyone. Pants, polos, sweaters, hats, quarter zips, joggers, jackets, skirts, everything that you want. I got this hat and this shirt, man. This shirt is slick. Love that shirt. It's my color too. I like that. So they're really comfortable. You guys know I like my hats. I like my black hats, and I like this hat. It's very comfortable, and I dig it. You'll see me wearing it a lot. It's great because they're designed for the course. They block out the sun. This shirt is really comfortable and perfect for the course. You can even wear it out. I will have meetings with this. I'll go to breakfast with this. Elevate your style game on and off the course with the PXG Spring Summer 2024 collection. You got to go to pxg.com/thebigthing. Again, pxg.com/thebigthing. We got to use that code, thebigthing. Get 10% off of all apparel. My golfing friends are losing their minds over this stuff. They're already using the code. You will too. So one more time, 10% off. Go to pxg.com/thebigthing and use that code, thebigthing. All right, thank you to our friends over at Mack Weldon and PXG. I love the fact that you can get all that stuff at Mack Weldon. The outfits that they have sent me, the shirts, the pants are slick. Anyway, love them. And PXG, same thing, man. Golfing people, do it. Get out there. Be the golfer you can be. PXG. All right, here we go. This is the starting in June. Okay, June 7th. We start with Bad Boys Ride or Die. Somewhere, Josh McCouga is cheering.
You can't think of those movies and not think about McCouga.
No, of course.
Like it's literally on his wedding band.
This is the one he's going to be most excited about. Ride or Die comes out, and this movie kind of came out of nowhere because, they had announced it, but there was no. It's like, yeah, this movie's supposed to come out in June. And they're like, yeah, right. I haven't heard anything about this thing. It filmed quick. They edited it quick. They put a trailer out quick, and here it is, June.
That's a recipe for a great film.
But I'll
Fast and Furious.
But what I will say is that the second, the first movie's really good. I did not like the second movie. The third was surprisingly pretty damn good, and that made me go, all right, sure, go for a fourth one. Now the question is going to be, obviously, are people going to support Will Smith? I think we're so far past this now of where we were. I think there'll be still some people that don't want to see it and that's their prerogative. But it's not going to hurt the film.
I haven't heard one person say that.
Right. That they're not seeing it because. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's just so far removed at this point.
What Will Smith do?
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
He apologized. I think the world was like, okay, we're going to keep it pushing.
And he took his hits from Chris Rock also.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So.
I think he deserved them. But
of course he did.
Now I think that let's move forward. I will definitely be seeing this.
Same. And they got great chemistry. And they're fun movies, and it is that type of movie that we're in a phase right now. And Fall Guy showed this to me also, where remember we were just the big movies that were just hitting in the box office for majority of like Marvel movies. Those are really the ones that were really hitting, especially like that everybody was getting pumped for, whether it was superhero movies and people were complaining about that. It was the only type of blockbuster that was really working. And then we're going back to like these kind of old school blockbuster movies, whether it is Fall Guy, going back even 10 years ago to do another Apes movie, and now we're doing Beverly Hills Cop is coming out in Netflix.
What?
And then you've got this movie coming out, so you have all these kind of fun movies that are shifting.
What's
it up.
the Anne Hathaway one that everybody's talking about that they absolutely love?
Les Mis 2.
Oh yes, Les Mis 2. Don't take the bread.
Princess Diaries 17.
But anyway, so
no, I'm saying something real right
when
now.
did the first Bad Boys movie come out?
I don't tell you it was 96.
Oh, that's why.
The idea of you. Have you guys not been hearing everybody talk about this?
No. You say all that stuff about everyone's talking about this. I'm gonna look. We did a poll beforehand. You asked me for this audience.
Yeah, this is crazy. You guys at home. I said the Jinx and they hadn't heard of it, that's disgusting.
So it's disgusting. So right now, 620 votes. The answer, I said, settle a bet amongst the crew. Have you ever heard of the show The Jinx? 72% said no.
I'm shocked.
Roxy pitched this show,
Well,
but
Roxy-
my point is this though.
You need
Roxy
to get
said Roxy
because
said at the beginning
that's
of it.
my reality
No. What you said was this is one of the biggest shows
on HBO ever.
ever. Sopranos, Wire. I'm like,
It-
no,
it is.
No, it isn't. If
But
72% of people
okay,
that are from
Kristian,
just says 600
Let me ask
people.
you this:
Yes.
you always call me an exaggerator, which is essentially calling me a liar, which
No,
is absolutely not.
no, I don't call you a liar. Stop this.
But let's go over it.
Exaggerator.
That is what I believe. Like in my generation, for what
Mm-hmm.
I am as a fan, I don't know a person who hadn't seen the Jinx. It was like the biggest. It was like Tiger King.
It was absolutely a popular
But would
show.
you say Tiger King's one of the biggest shows on Netflix ever?
Yes, I
Yeah.
think more
That's
people.
was the
I think.
jinx to
I think if
Squid
you.
Games.
I think that if you put up those three, what in popularity, the Jinx, Tiger King, or Squid Game,
Let's
you
see
would
how many
get.
people watched it. I gotta know because this was like all anybody was talking about at the time.
It was a popular show. There's no doubt about it. I remember when the Jinx was out because of what you told me and what happens inside. I was, oh yeah, I remember hearing about that. But I just think
Okay, yeah,
saying,
clearly this must have just been my circle because it didn't even have 1 million viewers.
No,
Okay.
I think you
Is
do.
what,
I just think it was.
but that's really what I thought.
You're right.
Wasn't exaggerating. That's really what I thought.
Your circle
you were
is
exaggerating
movie and television people.
Right.
We have a
No,
less
TV
of-
people.
Yeah, I have
TV.
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying.
How can you call something exaggeration when that's my reality?
It's an exaggeration of reality. It's like because you're talking to because of that
Hey, what was the
circle of
one
friends.
I just did? What was the one we just said?
That one.
No.
Jinx.
Oh, anyone but you. Wait, what?
Oh
was
yeah,
it
you said
actually
everybody's talking about everyone but you.
No, it's not anyone but
Oh.
you. The idea of you. I said,
Oh.
I see everyone posting about it. The same way that you had told me, okay, it wasn't an exaggeration when you told me, what do you mean? Everyone's talking about baby reindeer. Nobody had said it to me.
Yeah, but that was more so like
Mm.
I'm telling you that. And then what did they say? Netflix called it like one of the most popular surprise
But I
hits.
hadn't heard it from one person, so not everybody was talking about it. To me,
But
this is
a different.
in my
all right,
circle.
this is-
Everyone
we're
is
gonna
talking
go,
about
We're
this
gonna go
thing.
down. We're gonna go down.
But
a path.
okay, there's a movie that's coming out that everybody in my circle is saying is like the greatest romance movie.
Oh.
Okay.
Called The Idea of You. And it's
Okay.
Anne Hathaway movie.
Oh,
was
is that
to your
Peter
point.
Dinklage?
Are you making a joke or
No,
no?
is Peter Dinklage in that?
I'm not sure. Let me look. Not that I'm seeing.
She was in a movie with Peter Dinklage. I didn't know if that was. it. No, for real. She was. I'm not making it up. Yeah, Peter. I'm gonna look right now. I'm gonna say Anne Hathaway, Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage.
She came to me.
No.
That was 2023.
Okay,
Yeah,
no,
so
no,
it's
this is
from-
coming out.
Something
Anyway,
new.
the
Okay.
point being that you were bringing up blockbusters.
Yes.
That aren't Marvel movies, and I was saying, yeah, a lot of people are talking about the Dan.
But that. Oh, we're getting into so many arguments right now.
I don't think it's arguments. I think
no,
it's
no, no.
just
I was going to say that's not a blockbuster. That movie, like that blockbuster is over.
But you think anyone but you was?
No, it made good money.
But
It's
you
not
don't think it's Blockbuster?
No, blockbuster is like from what is like big Armageddon is the first kind of thing I think of, like Planet of the Apes.
What rom-coms or rom movies?
Blockbuster movies. I mean, it's when it comes to
Like
budgets.
Good Will Hunting, is that a blockbuster?
No, it's
Okay.
not. That's not a blockbuster.
Oh.
Not. I mean, just because a movie does even really well,
Shawshank,
not a blockbuster.
Titanic.
Blockbuster.
Blockbuster.
I'm not getting the full line. It's about
Money,
the budget.
production, big kind of event, which is funny. Is like you wouldn't necessarily think that Titanic would be, right? Normally in Titanic, if it wasn't James Cameron, would be a $30 million movie, $25 million
So what
movie.
What are romance blockbusters?
Armageddon is one. that I
Okay,
think of,
that was
right?
a long time ago.
I know. Anyway, but we're gonna go off course.
Okay.
So let's get
Romancing the Stone.
Romancing
Boom,
the Stone.
down it.
Perfect. Let's get back to
The list.
the list. We're gonna that same weekend in June 7th, by the way, M. Night Shyamalan's daughter actually puts out a movie called The Watchers. The trailer just came out. I don't know how it's gonna be. Not sure yet.
Is this her first?
I believe it's her first directed one, at least it's first big movie that she's gonna be
I've been
directing.
seeing her do some press
Okay, and
just because whoever introduced her as whatever, it's also her last name's the same, which makes sense.
Right.
'Cause it's like whatever. But I was like, oh wow, I've never heard her. I didn't know she existed.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see this.
I just feel really, really old. The fact that M. Night Shyamalan, who was a very young starting director,
yeah.
now has a daughter that's
directing movies. And that comes out the same week as
Cool.
Hope it's good.
Yep.
Whoa.
Stupid. Then we get Inside Out 2. This is, to me, the first big, huge blockbuster animation that's coming out for Pixar. This could be their kind of coming back to party. And it comes out June 14th. This is going to be a major movie. Are you excited for this one, Rox?
This is my most excited of the whole summer.
Wow.
I love Inside Out.
Okay.
And I love the introduction of anxiety. I think the world needs it right now, and I think the kids really need it right now.
Yeah.
And I'd be really excited. I think this movie is going to knock it out of the park.
Yep.
And animation isn't my genre, as people know. And still, this is my most anticipated, the one that I'm just,
love that.
I can't wait for.
The first one's great, and I'm looking forward. The trailer was great for this.
Yeah.
So, do you like these?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this one, you can take your daughter to see this.
Yeah, I could take Blake too. I mean,
Yeah.
my son actually said something about being anxious the other day, and I'm
Okay.
like, oh wow, okay,
Yeah.
let's talk about it. you know?
Yeah. Okay.
My friend was just talking to me about her 7-year-old who's just like came home and said like, I'm really anxious, and just like, well, I don't remember having that feeling. And I feel like all of you guys know kids more than I do, of course, but like a lot of my friends' kids are feeling so much anxiety. I don't remember feeling that as a kid.
Oh, they were called butterflies in our tummy back then. Oh, you got butterflies in your tummy?
But you did, as a kid, you felt anxious?
Oh God, yeah, all the time.
You did, Christian?
Yeah, I think so. But I don't want to do therapy on myself right now.
Oh.
All right, let's go. Let's go to the next one.
You don't have to do it yourself.
Next
I
week.
can do it.
Bike Riders comes out June 21st. Is Tom Hardy and Austin Butler. Talk about movie stars. And also, is it Jodie Comer, I think, who's also in Bike Riders? I believe so. Let me find out and make sure, let's see how good I am at this. Yes, Jodie Comer, Austin Butler, and Tom Hardy are going to be in this one. And this one's getting a lot of buzz. I don't know anything about it.
Oh, everybody
Let's see,
I know
after
talking
a
about.
chance encounter, headstrong Kathy is drawn to Benny, member of Midwestern Motorcycle Club, the Vandals. Okay.
Yeah. why
Curious.
not?
I mean, 3 absolute stars.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be right up your alley.
Yeah, can't wait.
Yeah, so
looks good.
yeah.
I have like a total hard on for biker movies too. So
And well, that Austin Butler, Tom Hardy, Jodie Comer, all
it
as
doesn't
you
even
said,
look
stars.
like Tom Hardy on the cover. Have you seen this?
No, let me see. Okay, this one so interesting to me. June 28th is the first part of Horizon, an American Saga, Chapter 1. This is the Kevin Costner Western. The first part comes out in June. The second part comes out in August, which I don't know if that's ever happened. And if it has, nothing of this scale. I'm hearing phenomenal things about this movie, that it's a game changer, that it is just absolutely incredible. My biggest concern with it is Westerns are hard to get people into the movie theater for, especially in summertime, especially in June and August.
Very, very hot in the West.
Yeah.
Why do you think they're doing that?
Because Kevin Costner wants to. I think that's the answer.
That he wanted them to come.
I think that was I'll do this. I'll put this out. You guys can have it, but that's when I want to do it. And it's like, well, Kev, maybe. Nope, that's it.
Huh.
That's
Maybe
what I
he
feel.
knows something we don't know.
Maybe. But from what I hear, this is supposed to be groundbreaking, next level, just awesome.
How would the Oscars treat this?
If it's just because it's in June, I mean, there's been other movies.
No,
that-
I mean,
Oh,
like 2 nominations?
great question. Great question. Like, so what if, that's a great question. What if the performance in the second part is better than the performance in the first part? Can you be nominated? It's a great question.
Yeah, I'm curious.
I don't know. The only time I remember a movie coming out, 2 parts coming out so soon was when The Matrix Part 2 came out in like summer, and then Part 3 came out in like Christmas time. That's the most I remember. I'm not saying that it hasn't been done.
Yeah, you guys let us know. You know more.
Yeah, please. Okay.
I like the concept, and I think it's playing to this whole, binge watching culture of,
true.
like, oh, let's get it right away, because you watch some of these films and you forget it and you have to rewatch.
I feel you on that, Brett. I'm so exhausted of movies like Aquaman waiting 5 years for, and obviously there's outside circumstances like pandemics and stuff. Not everybody's fault. Just saying it coming a few months later, that's appealing to me.
All right, so that is overall, that's June. I think we're going to be in agreement with what the number 1 movie is that month. But what do you think it's going to be?
It was Inside Out.
Yeah,
Yeah, me
I think
too.
we're all thinking. So,
Yeah.
so right now,
I think that movie's going to do gangbusters.
me too. So right now you got our so for May, Roxy has Mad Max,
Furiosa.
or Furiosa rather. Brett's got If, and then we all have Inside Out, and I have
Apes.
I have Apes for May. So all right, now we get to July, which I feel we're all going to be on the same page of what July's winner is too. But So you start for July 3rd, and this is a big one for kids. This is Despicable Me 4, the fourth movie of the franchise. I have fun with the Minions. I'll take my little one to see it. More excited to see Inside Out, but nonetheless, it'll be a fun one to take the kids to.
Haven't seen it. Think it's going to do amazing. Obviously, people.
You mean any of the Despicable Me's?
No.
Oh, wow.
Haven't seen the Minions at all.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Just missed it, you
Okay.
know. But obviously, everybody talks about that.
That one everyone does.
Did
talk
you
about,
do the Despicables or none of the Minion related?
Nothing. She did nothing.
Is the
Despicable Me is where the Minions start.
That's where they started.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
She said she has done none of it. She
Oh,
hasn't
none
done
of them
anything.
whatsoever.
I've never seen a
Nothing.
Minion thing.
No, nothing. So
Sometimes they introduce. What's this? Is it DreamWorks or what's?
Oh,
the
this
studio?
is a Despicable. They've
Sometimes
done a
they-
Minions. Sorry.
yeah, they've done one or two. Minions.
Sometimes for DreamWorks movies, the Minions introduce them.
Yes.
That's the only time I've ever seen Minions.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's July 3rd. Then there's this thing, Maxxine, which the only reason I just saw buzz about this, I don't know anything about it. I don't know.
This is the third one after Pearl and whatever, or no?
Oh, so maybe that is.
Is it not? I don't know. I see the X in it, and I think that.
You might be right. I don't know anything about it. People can tell me about it. I just know that the trailer was, hey, we do Maxxine trailer reaction. I don't even know what that is. So that comes out July 5th. July 12th, you get a romantic comedy with Scarlett Johansson. Doesn't it feel like a shift, Roxy, a bit? Like where the types of movies that are coming out now, like that, it's like you feel like,
blockbusters?
but you feel like there's a little bit more variety.
Yeah, I am feeling that way actually. Like as people keep saying, you know, it's only big franchise. I feel like there's so many more options for people, and we're not even going over the indie movies.
No, this is just really kind of the big
I'm
one.
gonna say pull that picture up one more time. I'm gonna say from that movie's shit.
Well, it's also
do
it's
that.
also going to be on Apple.
I want to let you know, Kristian, just so you know about Maxxine, there was X and Pearl
Okay.
and Maxxine.
Yeah.
So and people loved
Good call.
those
Yeah,
other
they did.
ones.
They did. So
The people I was
the people that you know, I heard about
A24
that one
needs
too.
a channel of all their stuff.
That's what they're
I
doing
think they're
to
actually
Max.
doing that. Yeah,
God damn, I'm good.
you're good. Okay, so we're moving on. We're moving on past this one.
You're welcome. People.
You're welcome.
I hate that picture.
July 19th is Twisters. Now, from seeing the trailer, I thought the trailer was okay. But I think that Hitman is also coming out, which we didn't talk about. It's a small movie on Netflix that I actually think will do well because it's on Netflix. And what people say is it's really the star turn for Glenn Powell. And if it hits the way that the Netflix thinks it will, then Twisters will even be in more of a good position because this guy is the lead in it, and people have a real tight love to that first movie. Like I showed my wife that trailer, and she's like, "They're doing another Twisters? That's amazing!" And she was a little bummed that obviously Helen Hunt wasn't going to be in it, but she'll probably make a cameo.
It's not just Helen Hunt; it's a lot of them. Like, so I just watched this movie for the first time this year. But one of the cast members in this is Sean Whalen, who directed Crust, that I was in.
Okay. Oh, cool.
And so I know from what I've heard from everybody, a lot of them weren't asked back.
Yeah, two of them passed away.
Yeah, and I feel like. So the nostalgia factor isn't going to hold. They're going to need to find a new audience. They're not.
Yeah,
going to
they're
be able
building
to
it.
rely on.
Their biggest nostalgia is the Twister and the idea of what they were doing. The actual characters. I mean, that movie itself, though, to be fair to, not to be unfair to the people in that cast, but you really think about the premise of two people who are running around chasing tornadoes, and as long as you take that and put a good cast with it, you
Right.
can recapture that.
But I don't think that it's going to be based on who people wanting to see a sequel to this. You know, it's not based on because I don't think Alan Ruck. I don't think they're bringing back the people that they had.
Nah.
So it's just a good premise. The first movie was great, and if they just stick to that and make a new thing, I think this will be really good too.
Yeah.
You know who you've lost?
Who?
The good people of Potawatomi County, Nebraska.
Why is that?
They just had a big Twister come in
did
and
they?
knock some shit
That
down.
is a real. Honestly, I know you're making not a
No,
joke,
I'm
Brett,
not
but
joking.
seriously,
He's
it's
being
like
serious.
remember when Punisher right before that there was that big school shooting, and
Yeah.
then they didn't air the episode of Punisher. Like when natural disasters happen, nobody's gonna want to go see a Twister movie if something happens right before
It's true.
this. That's
I got so
yeah.
many people asking me how my mom was doing and where she's at was fine, but yeah, there was
Yeah.
I don't remember police getting that rocked when I was down in a
Yeah.
basement with a radio and the whole family.
It's true.
Oh my God.
But that
That
one
is so
does
scary.
does come out in July, so maybe but you never know what's going to happen at that point. But I think
Is that not Twister season?
I don't know.
Oh.
But Twister, I think Twisters will do well. It'll have 1 week to do well though. It's got to do well week 1 because the next week is game over. Deadpool and Wolverine comes out July 26th for the MCU. This movie is going to be massive. Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman. It is basically just trying to reset what the MCU has done with the multiverse. The trailers have done really well. The trailers have been viewed. It's an incredible amount of time.
And I am stoked about it, and
Yes.
I've still avoided the trailers.
Oh, you haven't seen anything?
Yeah,
Okay,
haven't
good.
seen
I'm
a thing.
so jealous. I'm so upset that I watched the second trailer.
I like the second trailer.
It
a
was
lot.
very good.
I don't think it gave away too much, though.
I felt like we saw their first interaction together.
Yeah.
Like I just
Yeah.
wanted all of that to be surprised.
That's fair. That's fair. But how psyched are you for this one?
Stoked. I
Yeah.
mean, but I was stoked after the first one. I was like, I'm going to see this no matter what.
Sure.
So I didn't need that next part. But this is still, I mean, obviously we'll talk more about it, but financially this is going to do gangbusters. There's no world in which it doesn't. I mean, it's going to just wipe the floor with
Yeah.
probably the entire summer, honestly.
It was supposed to come out in May, I think. And then the strike pushed it, obviously. And I forget. Yeah, I think it was May, and then they pushed it to July, the end of July, because they wanted as much time as they possibly could. That's why when people are like, why did they put it out so late in July? That's why. So it is on most people's hyped list. It was my number 2 most anticipated for the year.
For the year.
For the year. It's my number 2.
Who's one?
June, part 2. So this is, and then I think Apes might be 3. I want to remember if I go back and look.
I'd say this is my most anticipated.
This is the most
one.
anticipated.
I love
So you'll go see this in
Deadpool.
theaters?
I love Wolverine. I'll go to see this one in the theater. I hope maybe I'd have to go to New York, wouldn't I?
You'd have to go to New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Or maybe somebody else
we can
who I
take you.
really love, named Roxy, who better start getting.
I can't even get invites myself. These
I'm
days,
gonna say to those
especially because our
people-
guy just left.
start inviting Roxy.
So you can go.
Yeah.
So all right, this is anybody here not taking Deadpool Wolverine for July?
No, I mean obviously there is a world in which we're in the upside down world, and Minions just does like the best that any animated movie's
Yeah.
ever done.
It's got a shot. It's got an
But
outside shot.
Yeah, I'm not taking it.
No.
But just
Outside. It's not a crazy thing to say. But the likeliness of it beating
very
Deadpool,
little.
very little.
Very
But no,
little.
but same thing, like you said. If it turns out that it becomes the biggest animated film,
Yeah.
that you'd be like, wow, I didn't expect it to be Deadpool Wolverine, but I'm not surprised.
I'm wondering how, because I think I saw the first 2 of these
Of Deadpool?
Of Deadpool.
Yeah.
No, of the Despicable Me.
Oh, okay.
And
why didn't you laugh? Why did you laugh?
well,
at
no,
that?
because I was talking about I thought we were talking about the Despicable Me
It's
movies.
such a normal question. Like, we were talking about Deadpool, and he said, "I've seen the first 2," and you said of Deadpool. And
Right.
he's like, "Yo,
I laughed
Deadpool."
because I
Yes.
was thinking
You're
about
thinking about
Minions,
it.
and then you say Deadpool, and
All
then
right, so finish what you're saying. and I'll ask you a question.
I feel like, and I don't know how well that third one did, but I feel like this is one of those movies that back in the day might have gone straight to DVD. I don't know. A fourth thing that's come out so fast, like Toy Story did it, I think, perfectly. I loved all the Toy Stories. I don't know
It took
about.
a while for that to happen.
Yeah,
huh?
it took a while. I don't know how well.
All right, let's see. Despicable Me box office. The first one was 540.
And what year? 2011, I'm going to guess. 2010.
In 2010.
That was the first one.
Yep. Let me
Okay.
see what the second one is.
See how many years they do in between.
The second one was 971 million.
Okay.
And that was in 2013.
Okay.
And then the third one was the box office was a little over $1 billion.
Yeah.
And
That was the third one.
yeah, so I
What
mean,
about Minions? What did Minions do?
but this is a Despicable Me, right?
This is
Yeah, but it still links in together because the people, you get people
Totally.
tired
Minions
of-
was 1.1 billion.
Right.
Jesus. Okay.
So I don't think it's it wouldn't be the craziest thing that ever happened.
Right.
If it made more money.
It wouldn't. Okay, so then you get into the toughest month for anybody to actually win the summer, and that's August. You got Harold and the Purple Crayon with Zach Levi. I don't think anyone's going to see that movie. I don't
Is
know.
it animated? What is it?
No, it's live action based on an animated, and for some reason he's playing a kid again. I don't know why he keeps doing this.
yeah.
Something along or
Is he the Purple Crayon?
He's Harold, and I
got that.
I okay.
You're
So,
shitting.
yeah, so I'm not really looking forward to that one at all. Moving on to August 9th is something called Borderlands, which I didn't know a lot about, but it's got a crazy cast: Kate Blanchett, Jack Black, Kevin Hart. So who knows? Chaos loves company is the tag phrase there. Whatever Borderlands might be, maybe that's a surprise hit. Exciting cast.
It's a video game, right?
It could be. Okay, no,
I'm pretty
you're
sure
probably right.
Borderlands is
You're probably right. August 16th is the next
Oh,
week.
and Gina Gershon. I love her. I just watched Bound for the first time.
Oh, yeah, saw that on Real Regis. It's a good movie.
Whoa,
Mac.
Yeah, good movie. Good movie. Good
I
movie.
mean, come on,
Yeah.
baby. That is another man's wife.
All right, next week following is Alien Romulus. Now, this is the movie that I think could really surprise people if it's good. If it's good and it hits the way that they want it to, this movie could steal the summer, not necessarily with box office, but with people saying that was my favorite of the summer.
Oh, they have Isabella Merced is going to be in this, and she's very hot right now.
And that's, oh yeah, I like her a lot. This is Alien Romulus?
Yeah.
Okay. And then after that, The Crow actually got pushed, so that's not August anymore. That's now going to be at the end of the year. And that's really it. Those are the big ones for the most part. So as far as August goes, I'm going to go with Alien Romulus.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because that's out of those. I mean, it looks like there's
Fetty Alvarez is directing and wrote it. That's cool.
Yes, and I'm sorry. August 16th is also Horizon Part 2, the Kevin Costner thing. So if Part 1 delivers, then Part 2 might be the biggest movie of the summer.
It's going to be such a bummer if it doesn't deliver because then for the second one, they're going to be...
Then nobody's going to care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. So...
It's a gamble.
It's a gamble. All right, so that's... everybody. We're on the same page for the most part with everything except the first month. So the question now is, out of all of those movies, which delivers? What's the number one movie of the summer? I'll go first. Deadpool.
Yeah, same.
Well, I'm going to say something. I know what I just said earlier, and I'm saying what I just said earlier. Despicable Me is the biggest film and makes tons of money. I feel so dumb about my
About direct-to-DVD, when they all made billions of dollars. It should be direct-to-DVD. What did the last one do? 1.1. What about the one before that? 1.3.
Yeah, Deadpool. Yeah, but I don't know.
Is saying, Kristian, you and I saying that it's going to be Deadpool versus Wolverine, is that us saying that that's going to make more than $1 billion?
Well, that's another question. Do you think it'll make a? I mean, I have the bet with Roka that it'll make at least 750. I'll definitely win that.
Because it seems like Minions is going to. I mean, Despicable Me is going to break the billion.
Not necessarily. And the reason why I say that is because the pandemic has changed things. It is not as easy to hit $1 billion today as it was the last time one of those movies came out. There's only 2 movies that did it last year, and it was Super Mario Brothers, which was another DreamWorks. So it's got
and what month was that?
That was early, that was like April or something. So that it bodes well for that movie, because kids love those Minions. And
I'm gonna say Minions.
It's not a crazy bet.
It's not.
It's not a crazy bet. I think that if you put that
It's
down,
a bet that you wouldn't have made 2 minutes ago.
no. But
But
good for
now
you to go
knowing
back
the
on it.
facts, I'm thinking Minions because again, you've got a wider audience there. I think that
I don't think it's a crazy pick.
I think that in order for Deadpool Wolverine to beat Minions or Despicable Me, it's going to have to break $1 billion.
Yeah, I agree. So those we're all in agreement that those are the 2 top contenders. It's Deadpool and Despicable Me, with Inside Out being the outside contender.
Yeah.
I know that it's not even your top of the month, but Furiosa could do balls to the wall good if it's great.
I don't think it's got a wide enough audience to hit it.
Could be right.
That in the same way that Dune wasn't able to get there.
Where did they do?
I think it tapped out in the 6s.
Oh,
I think
okay.
that's the case.
Then yeah.
Why don't you double check while I say goodbye to everybody? While Roxy looks at that, you guys, thank you for joining us here today. Again, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Tell us the movies that you're looking forward to. Is it Deadpool? Is it Despicable Me? Is it Inside Out? Is it Another Man's Wife Part 2? Like which one is it?
It just passed 700.
700. So it just hit 700. So I think Dune 2. I think that Mad Max could get in that area.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So, and maybe not. I always like to be wrong about movies making, when I think it makes less. I'm always happy when they make more, especially if they're decent. So, that's it. And thank my crew here for being here. Roxy, what do you say?
Hey. Baby, I got your money. Don't
That's
you
it.
worry.
That's where are you? Where are you going to be? What should you do?
Everywhere at Roxy Stryer, especially if you want to talk a little TV. The Jinx came out with its second season, so
Dude.
that's what I'm all about right now.
Perfect. Brett?
And aren't you doing big things?
Yeah, she's on this show every
Yeah.
Thursday.
You never mention it. I'm gonna be cutting up heads of.
What?
Oh, I something I should. You cut up heads in a second. I forgot to mention at the beginning of the show, my going away show. I'm going to be doing a comedy show with Brett Sheridan. He'll probably be on it. With Mark Ellis on May 31st.
Where?
At the Comedy Store.
Whoa! Why didn't you tell me that?
I meant to. It was the first thing I meant to say today, and I didn't. So the link to buy those tickets are in there, and it's going to be May 31st.
You're going to be up at the store?
Yeah, May 31st.
What room?
We're going to the Belly. We're doing the Belly tonight. And I have
so fun.
And so I'm going to tell you also.
You're gonna pack that thing out.
But listen, the other thing I'm going to tell you, we already booked a special guest on it. I'm going to mute myself and tell you who the guest is and put it on you. Ready? I should probably hear it, but I'll
I
still
love that person.
Yeah.
I love that person.
So that person is going to be doing a
and
set.
that's why I will not be on that show because
You will.
How can
You probably
how
will
can I
see
be
it.
on a show with all those big heavy hitters?
We don't know yet. We don't know who else.
And that person's confirmed?
That person's confirmed. I was trying to get Santino.
Whoa.
Santino's out of town.
I wasn't going to go.
Oh, and now you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Perfect. So that will be on the list. I mean, in the description. So
Are
if
you
wanna go.
excited?
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Nothing is going to make you want to leave LA less than what you just said.
No, we're gonna do a show. We're gonna do a show in New York also. You're gonna come visit in New York. You know that.
Okay.
You?
Yeah,
Where can
I'm
they
gonna
find
go
you?
visit New York. I'm here. I'm gonna be in New York setting stuff
Yes,
up.
you are.
I haven't been shooting any videos, but please do go help Above Board TV on the YouTubes.
Aren't you on the big thing?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm on. I was gonna talk about something. I'll tell you later.
Okay. Do me a favor. Don't buy the cameras. Really.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Another
don't.
man's wife.
No.
Another man's wife.
We'll get canceled for doing that.
But we'll get canceled with cameras.
We get canceled with cameras. You wouldn't get canceled. We would.
That's the definition of caught in 4K.
Because
Because that's what we're trying to get is 4K cameras will be caught in 4K.
Totally. All right. Thank you guys for joining us here. You're the best. Put your movies in there, what you think is going to be. And I also think that either one of those movies is going to be the two biggest movies of the year also. That's it. Thanks for joining us. Peace out.